Namaste everyone. Today I am going to present geography project. Our topic was why frequent earthquakes are common in Japan. In order to understand Japan truly, we need to understand certain theories about the earth structure. Alfred Wegener proposed the continents were once united into a single supercontinent named Pangaea. He suggested that Pangaea broke up long ago and the continents then moved to their current position. He called this hypothesis continental drift. Here is an interesting visual about Earth 200 million years ago till today. The second theory is the plate tectonics theory. Plate tectonics is a scientific theory which states how major platforms are created, which is a result due to Earth's subterranean movements. The lithosphere, the Earth's outermost layer, is broken into large rocky plates. These plates lie on the top of partially molten layers of rock called earthenosphere. The driving force behind plate tectonics is convection in the mantle.
So now we'll discuss about subduction theory. As learned earlier in plate tectonics theory, these plate tectonics have some motion. And when these plate tectonics come crashing together, there are certain convergent tectonic plate boundaries formed, and this process is known as subduction. This process results in geohazards like earthquakes and volcanoes. And the region where these two convergent plate boundaries sink under the other, we call it as subduction zone. So if we look at the image to the left, the oceanic crust is sinking under the continental crust, and a trench is formed, and earthquake would be also occurring, and volcano formation is also occurring. Now we'll discuss about ring of fire. The ring of fire is a horseshoe shaped belt about 40,000 kilometers long and up to 500 kilometers wide. The ring of fire is a direct result of plate tectonics, specifically the movement, collision, and destruction of these plate tectonics under and around the Pacific Ocean. These collisions have created a nearly continuous series of subduction zones. Now we'll discuss about seafloor spreading theory. Seafloor spreading theory is a geological process in which tectonic plates split apart from each other. It is the result of mantle convection. Mantle convection is the slow churning motion of Earth's mantle. As tectonic plates slowly move away from each other, heat from the mantle's convection currents makes the crust more plastic and less dense. Eventually, the crust cracks. Hot magma fueled by mantle convection bubbles up to fill these fractures and spills onto the crust. This bubbled up magma is cooled by frigid seawater to form igneous rock. This rock, which is basalt, becomes a new part of Earth's crust. If we look at the image at the bottom, we will find a diagrammatic representation of seafloor spreading process. From now onwards, we will discuss only about Japan. So Japan's location before and after Pangaea. Japan was located on the northern side when it was attached to the Pangaea. It shared its border with Russia, China, and Korea. After the splitting of Pangaea, it shifted to the east. Japan shares maritime borders with PR China, North Korea, South Korea, the Philippines, Russia, Northern Mariana Islands, and the Republic of China. Among the 15 countries located in the Pacific Ring of Fire, Japan is one of them.
Now we will connect to the theories and location of Japan in Ring of Fire to the frequent earthquakes caused in Japan. Point 1. Plate tectonics theory and frequent earthquakes caused in Japan. So as we know, Japan is located in East Asia, and East Asia comprises of small oceanic and continental tectonic plates. Due to their complex arrangement, many islands and peninsulas are formed, and one of them is Japan. The massive slabs of tectonic plate surrounding the Japan are Eurasian plate, North American plate, Pacific Plate and the Philippine Sea Plate. This plate endlessly creep, sleep and locking up themselves. This action are being taken over liquid rock which causes tension, and this tension is eventually released as earthquakes. The another reason for the frequent earthquakes caused in Japan is the subduction theory. Japan subducts many plates around its boundary. The Pacific Plate subducts beneath the Okhotsk Plate at the Japan Trench. The Philippine Sea Plate subducts beneath central and southwest Japan at Sagami Trough, the Nakai Trough, and the Ryukyu Trench. The frequent earthquakes caused in Japan because of its boundary. Its boundary is related to plate boundary zones, which means it rubs its tectonic plates with another tectonic plates, and its boundary is also in an active fault system of tectonic plates which are subducting with one another. Japan has a converging plate boundary, which means that Japan is connected to one or more than one tectonic plates and creep, slip or rub itself with another, which is linked with subduction zones. So, like as we see in the figure, we can see that Philippine Sea Plate is subducted inside the Eurasian Plate. Like this, 4 tectonic plates around Japan subducts each other. So, the frequent earthquakes are caused in Japan. The third reason for the frequent earthquakes caused in Japan is the location of Japan in the Ring of Fire. One of the strongest seismic scopes on the earth is the specific seismic belt contains part of Japan, which is one of the reasons that earthquakes occur frequently in Japan. Earthquakes such as regular interpol ones, volcanic ones, and etc. happened at the converging plate boundaries or the margins of Japan. So friends, now we know why frequent earthquakes are caused in Japan. So, you will be thinking there will be lot of destruction. But no, there are different techniques used by Japanese to protect from earthquake. One of the advanced technique is earthquake resistant buildings, earthquake ready bullet trains, earthquake survival kits, water discharge tunnel, immediate TV coverage, and immediate phone updates.
So we come to the end of presentation. Collective efforts of Namya Panelia, Dhairya Santoki, Bhavya Metaliya made this project possible.